Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks, Top 5 Comics for the week of April 27th, 2022. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
And before we dig into this week's comics, we want to plug our 200 sub giveaway. So you want to take it away, Murphy? Explain the comic, how it works?
Yeah, so once we hit 200 subs, we'll be giving away this signed CGC 9.8 King in Black #1. It's the premiere edition, so it's half of a sketch cover, half colored, signed by both Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman. It also has the sweet null label, too.
So to enter to win this, all you have to do is leave a comment down below what your top pick for this week is. If you haven't watched our previous videos, you can go back and watch those. There are still opportunities because we haven't hit 200 yet. So you can go back and watch our previous top fives and put your top pick for that week. But it does have to be a comic within that came out that week to be valid. So, moving on, we have, oh, there we go. Gonna get rid of that image and bring in the new comics for the week. Highlight Saga's back. So Saga, should be picking up Saga. Joker 14 is our number 5 this week. So you want to take it off, Murphy?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So the Joker, Chapter 20, The Banes of Our Existence, / Punchline, Chapter 14. All the hunters converge on the Samson estate, and the brutal conclusion to the first season of the Joker is here. Bullets will fly, blood will be shed, and will James Gordon be forced to make the choice he's been dreading since issue 1? Meanwhile, Punchline walks free, and the Royal Flush Gang is desperate for a new queen. The underworld of Gotham City is going to change forever, and this last chapter of Punchline is only the beginning.
Super exciting.
So this one, yeah, I'm excited to see how this one goes. I mean, they're talking about whether or not Gordon's going to kill the Joker.
Right. Yeah.
And he's not.
No. I mean, they can't. They can't, right?
Think so, can they? Like,
just think of all the money DC would lose. They would only be able to write Elseworld stories about the Joker.
I mean,
or they could always just be like, oh, well, that wasn't the real Joker.
Yeah, it was just like one of like 17,000 Jokers. You know, but I don't know. I like the story a lot. I like Bane's daughter.
Yeah.
She's an interesting. Well, I mean, I guess not really daughter. Yeah, but that's an interesting story. It's been a brutal comic though too. Like, I don't know how much you've like kept up on it, but like, it's pretty brutal. Like it's a Bane Joker comic, that's for sure.
That's exciting. This cover is awesome.
Yeah. But no, it just all in all, I've liked this run a lot, and I'm glad Tynion is finishing it up. And
got to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't just bail on it after when it was time to go. But
yeah, because there is only one more issue. So next month is the final issue.
Which is also later than he initially said.
Yeah. I also thought it was going to be 16 issues.
Yeah.
But
well, seemingly it'll be 15. Rebooted.
Yeah. Yeah, because what is it? Because it does refer to it as conclusion to the first season of the Joker.
I mean, you can always keep going with Joker comics.
Sure.
That's just...
But I mean, then at least we know that this Joker, this storyline is going to be continued in a new #1.
As for the like backup story, the Punchline story.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm not really a huge fan of it.
Punchline as a character is kind of divisive, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike her.
No, I think she's an interesting character. Just divisive.
It just doesn't do a whole lot for me. But the Royal Flush Gang's pretty big right now, and like this, Justice League, like all that stuff. Like,
I love when they come back around.
Yeah, every once in a while it's good, So I'll be interested to see the end of it and then what happens next.
Yeah.
Like maybe more than just a backup story.
Right. Cool. So moving on, number 4, we have Ghost Cage. Number 2, not number 1. Secrets revealed as they face for a second wave of elemental nightmares. Our phantom forged heroes confront their sword-wielding assailant. Learn more about their mission and face a truth shocking enough to reanimate a graveyard. Get in on the limited series that's surging up the charts while you still can. So this is a 3-issue series. Came out last month with the first one. It is written by Caleb Gollner and Nick Dragotta and drawn by Nick Dragotta. And this is a continuation of one of my favorite comics, East of West. And it is an image book. There are 3 oversized issues, which are going to make up this limited series. Anything going back into this world has me super excited. Obviously, it has to have Nick Dragotta art to be East of West because I can't see anyone else drawing it. But yeah, just kind of wanted to shout this out. I think all 3 of these issues as a collection is great to have in the collection, but it's really one of those things of you shouldn't just pick up this number 1 and read it. I'm sure you could, and I'm sure you would enjoy it, but there's a lot of background information, and East of West isn't that long of a series. I think it was 9 or 10 trades, like 45 issues or 50 issues.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
So I would read East of West. It's fun.
I'm pretty sure East of West is like a good part of why we're friends.
Yeah.
It's
Fair
enough.
I'm
super excited to see this. Like, I haven't retouched on East of West in a long time.
Well, this is the first thing. This is the first thing that's happened. And it's Nick Dragotta pushing it forward.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to pick this up and dive into it. It's cool that it's only 3 oversized issues, too.
Yeah. And they're not like $9 cover prices. It's $5.99. So kind of like a normal DC Marvel oversized opposed to like our next book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin number 5, which is an $8.99 cover price. I think they all weren't they?
Because they're magazine sized.
Yeah.
They're not comic book sized. But this one, the synopsis reads, the jaw-dropping finale to the biggest TMNT story ever is here. One final showdown between Mutant and Foot Clan will determine the fate of NYC. Will the Ronin be able to find some measure of peace, or is he fated to meet the same end as his brothers? Don't miss one of the most epic battles in TMNT history and the conclusion to the comic book event of the year. This one's going to be sweet.
Yeah.
It's a heartbreaking story, too.
Yeah.
You know, it's just sad to see the one.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where they go with it. And
there's always crazy variant covers for this, too.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of them.
Dang.
I love all the black and white ones they do.
That's wild.
There's one I got from one of the earlier ones with like all the brothers as ghosts.
Yeah.
How far are you into this? Did you read any of it?
I read the first one, and then there was such a long delay.
The Last Ronin is.
Yeah. So I waited, seeing how long it took for the second issue to come out. I was just like, I'm just going to wait for this to be done. And then I'm just going to reread the entire thing.
Yeah. Number 4 was like forever ago too.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, I think number 4 came out before I moved into my apartment last August.
Yeah. Yeah. And
or right around that time.
I don't know. I am very excited to read it. It is Kevin Eastman's and Laird's last TMNT story, right?
Yeah,
so they say. But
it's an old story that they're finally getting to tell is seemingly how it was initially put up. But no, I'm excited about this one, and
it
I
always
did
tends
have
to
to buy
sell out really
magazine
quick.
size bags and boards.
Yeah.
Luckily, I use them for pressing stuff too. But like,
Oh, that helps.
I was
Yeah.
like, well, I guess I need them.
Yeah. I was able to find resealable bags and boards, by the way. I'll send you a link later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some.
It's getting hard to
I
find
probably
those.
don't. I don't have many left.
I've had to resort to the ones that don't have the resealable and you have to tape them.
I don't know.
It just
What
it
is
bugs
this?
me so
What
much.
is this? 2012.
I know. It's so frustrating.
I have to buy so much tape.
I know. But okay. So yeah, all the Last Ronin books I think are gonna be good things to hold on to. One,
Heck yeah.
and if you can keep them in good condition because they are an awkward size. So the ones that are out there probably aren't being kept in the best condition. So long term, these probably will hold up. I don't know. Like it's a weird thing with magazine style because they hold up better than regular comics because they're basically like a mini trade. But I don't know. It's a whole thing.
I mean, my number 2 got messed up.
Yeah, I have a couple that were messed up by like before I picked them up.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of part of the problem recently too.
Yeah. Moving on to number 2, we have a new number 1 from Image. It's Bloodstained Teeth by Christian Ward and Patrick Reynolds. Christian Ward, the Eisner award-winning co-creator of Odyssey. He was working with Matt Fraction on that one. Invisible Kingdom and Machine Gun Wizards returns to Image with this red-hot artist Patrick Reynolds from The Mask for an all-new ongoing series. Fast-paced 100 Bullets style crime saga with fangs. Atticus Sloan, misanthrope, criminal, asshole, and vampire, lives in a world where blood isn't the only thing vamps crave, and for the right price, he'll make you a vampire too. After all, immortality isn't cheap.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought this one was going to be fun. It's a new ongoing from Image. I try almost every new ongoing from Image. I mean, you gotta. And then the great thing about new Image books, if you don't like picking up single issues, is the trades are always, the first one is always like, usually, there have been some exceptions recently, but most of the first volumes are $9.99, so you get 5 or 6 issues for $10. So,
yeah. I mean, hey, that cover looks sweet.
Right? I like the starry in his eyes.
Yeah.
The gold tooth.
He definitely got the gold tooth from somebody wanting to become a vampire.
It's not cheap.
I would pay to be a vampire.
Yeah.
I think I would.
I wonder if this guy
I'd have to get buff and stuff first.
Yeah.
Before I get, I can't be a pudgy vampire for all of eternity.
Maybe it just like
cool
gives
variants.
you abs.
Yeah, right. You just come you come out of the coffin the first night just shredded.
Yeah. I think that's how it works. But yeah, definitely check this one out. I think it'll be fun. And then our number 1, surprise, Amazing Spider-Man number 1.
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. Anybody who knows me knows this is going to be, anytime a major Spider-Man book comes out, I'm going to talk about it. So
it's an event.
It is an event. The synopsis reads, what did Spider-Man do? Peter's on the outs with the FF. He's on the outs with the Avengers. He's on the outs with Aunt May. No one wants to see Spider-Man except for Dr. Octopus. Ock's on Spider-Man's tail, and the Master Planner has something truly terrible planned for when he gets his tentacles on Spidey. All that, and what does Tombstone have planned? Just in time for Spider-Man's 60th anniversary, a new volume of Amazing Spider-Man begins, and 2022 is going to be the biggest year for Spider-Man ever. Don't believe us? We brought John Romita Jr. back just for this.
Which is
now this one,
exciting.
I mean, you got You got JR coming back. Zeb Wells has been so good with all his Spider-Man stuff.
Holy covers, Batman.
Yeah, so the red and green webheads are my favorites that
These
I know
ones,
I'm
yeah.
getting. Yeah, so I have both the trade dress and the Virgin for both of those.
This one's pretty cool with the phone.
Yeah, the one in is that the Greg Horn one? Yeah.
I think I'm getting.
I like that it connects into the other Greg Horn one
Yeah.
where he's chasing seemingly what is that? White
Oh
Rabbit?
no. Where's this one? I need this one. Where's this one from?
Chrissy Zulo.
Dang it.
Yeah, this is
I placed my order, but now there's more I need.
There's so much. Yeah, that's the problem is
Tyler Kirkham.
any major Spider-Man is going to it's going to have so many variants.
I ordered
And like they're going to
I ordered the art
all over
germ.
the place.
Yeah. I ordered the art germ. I ordered which else? The Jones. And the regular one and the Momoko.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a punk rock Spider-Man one?
Yeah, I mean that's so many J. Scott Campbell's.
Yeah.
He did looks like 7 variants for it.
There's a Miles one. Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
Spider-Ham.
There's a Ben Riley.
Here it is. Here's the Momoko.
Yeah, I like the Momoko one. I think my favorite, and it's one that I'm not gonna be able to get yet.
Yeah.
Is the Fan Expo one.
Which one's that?
The Kale Nagu. That's the one where it looks like the symbiote's exploding off of him.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Dang. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what they do with this. This new story. Nick Spencer's run was a little bit, interesting, and then
A little bit
the
interesting.
yeah, the Beyond stuff was really good. I like the way they took it, but like, I think they've set up Spider-Man for a huge, they say the biggest year Spider-Man's ever had.
Sure.
Probably not, but maybe. It's a hell of a creative team, and definitely a pretty good place to jump in if you haven't watched anything or read anything.
Well,
that being said,
I heard it's not a very good jumping on point.
It can be.
It can be if you watch our video.
Yeah. Well, before we even get into that, I think what Beyond did was just like everything's gotten so wild since Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the last time I was really reading.
There hasn't been a solid jumping on point, I think, since Superior Spider-Man ended.
Right.
But I'd say this one's as good as ever because what they've tried to do is just take it as far back to the basics and like as rock bottom as possible.
Well, wasn't that whole Nick Spencer's thing?
What?
Back to basics?
Yeah, that was the beginning, and then it got insanely complicated. But so that being said, if you are interested in jumping on at Amazing Spider-Man #1, Tommy and I are going to be doing a new series of videos, starting with this one, where we give you a rundown of what you need to know going into a new series, either whether it be a #1 or it be a new creative team taking over, new sagas, anything like that. And our first video will be Amazing Spider-Man, what you need to know.
Yeah. Super exciting. Well, I think we can cover most of that in that video. On that video, unless you wanted to say anything else on it here.
Nope.
Okay.
Because I love Spider-Man.
These
I
covers
love
are
the
so
cover.
cool.
I love the main cover though, to be honest.
Which one? It's this
Just
one. Yeah.
yeah, I love that cover.
It's cool. Has the thwip right on it.
Yeah, with the thwip on it.
Yeah, and the JRJR signature, real prevalent.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, we paid him a lot of money to come back. We're making your signature
Yeah.
real big on this main cover.
Right. I guess this was a big part of like he wanted back for this. Like
Yeah.
pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, you get to start it. Anyone that gets to start an Amazing Spider-Man run is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially a Ramita.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. It has to be. But cool. Well, stay tuned for our video. Should be coming out the day after this one. So yeah, until next
Right in
week.
time for new comic book
Yep.
day.
Yeah, just in time for new comic book day. This one will probably be coming out on the Tuesday, and then the Spider-Man one will be coming out on Wednesday. So we wanted to make sure you saw this, so when you go to the store, you pick it up, and then you can watch us and figure out what you need to know before you read it. So thanks for watching, and until next week, we'll catch you later.
Bye.